Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I play my rendition of Daybreak and Dixie. This is a classic traditional bluegrass tune in the key of A. It has A, D, and E in it. And I'm going to show you the 4 different ways that I take breaks on that song. Each one is a little bit different, has its own little flavor. And I hope that something here is useful to you. I'm going to slow everything down and explain some of my decisions of the arrangement after we go through everything. So this might be a long video, but hopefully it is informative as can be. Before we start here, I'm playing with a blue chip pick. These are Diodario strings, and this is a 94 Fern mandolin, Gibson Fern, that I like a lot. So we're going to be playing on that. I'm going to go ahead and play it, not quite full speed, just a little bit slower, how I would normally play the song if I was on stage. And we'll go ahead and talk about some of the decisions after that. Of course, I'm going to be playing it through 4 times. So sit back and hope you enjoy it. So that's the tune Daybreak and Dixie. I know it's a lot to take in, but let's talk a little bit about the decisions and the arrangement. So to start it off, the tune when it was originally recorded, of course, had this kickoff. I like to do it 4 times instead of 2. In the original recording, it was something like... Now, I like to slow it down a little bit and let each note pronounce itself a little bit more, so I do it something like this. Let each note have some separation and breathe a little bit. And then in the original recording, you're going to hear something like... So yet again here, I go ahead and put a contemporary spin on it and allow each of the notes to kind of have their own space here, and I span out the melody line along the A scale. Something kind of like that. For the second part here, it is mainly untouched from the traditional. Just a little bit more note separation with my up and down strokes. And then here, instead of playing some hammer-ons or some couplets, I go ahead and play with the scale. Now that's the first time through. Remember that you can hit the settings to slow down the video at any time. You can slow it down up to 1/4 of the speed, so feel free to slow it down and pause it and absorb any of this information that you need to. For the second rendition, I take a note out of Bill Monroe's catalog. I use a lot of downstrokes, and I play a lot out of these main chord progressions. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. So I start with the slide up to this A couplet here. And then we do a similar thing here. So let's go ahead and play that D part, and then it goes to E. So a lot of Bill Monroe licks there. And then we do a Bill Monroe classic with a triple of a single note here before we go. So. And the trick here is to get the note separation right. It's not as simple as where each note is going to have its own part. This is actually a little bit trickier because you got to get the note timing just right. Some of them clump together. There's spacing in between some stuff. So getting that timing right and a lot of the downstrokes is the tricky part to that. And then for the second part here, I do a little bit of cross picking. So let's go ahead and I'll go over that real quick. It kind of goes like this. And then I play around with this couplet here. Then we go back to contemporary picking. Something like that. And then for the next part, I take a note out of like Steffey's and Sierra Hull's book, and we start with some slides to the 5th to 7th here, or 4th to 7th. I end on that A note there, and then I go. That's a little trick I learned from Sierra Hull watching some of her renditions of the song online. So I'll do this part again. Just hammer-ons here and pull-offs. And then for the last part, I do what I would consider the most traditional part. And on the original songs, they sometimes, or when people record the song, they sometimes put like twin mandolin or twin fiddle in it. So it kind of emulates that, and is using a lot of couplets and stuff like that. So it goes like this. And then for the second part, I just kind of do another contemporary rendition of it. And then the ending. And of course, you can end it however you'd like. If you'd like to, you can do whatever you'd like there. But I like to end on Sierra Hull often ends on this couplet here, and I really like that. So. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time. Just feel free to slow it down. I'm going to do it kind of slower. I never play it quite the same every time. I have in my head different renditions that I'm able to do, and sometimes I kind of pick and pull what aspects I want to do depending on the day. I kind of feel the music, but I think that's what's really nice about a lot of this old time stuff is that you can do that. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let's play it one more time. Thanks for watching, and if you want more tutorials like these here on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd like to upload as many as possible and help you mandolin players get a little bit more advanced on the mandolin. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.